right, boys and girls, we are live and in living color. That was a bad joke. Anyway, guys, we have a really special guest today. His name is Matt Levine. He's actually my friend from elementary school. We've actually stayed in contact with the use of social media and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, let me know if you can hear me. I'm sure you can see me. I know my video is coming in a little bit laggy today. I really tried to fix it all morning. I couldn't find it, but that's really not what the emphasis is on today. It's not about me. It's about our awesome special guest. So just let me know in the chat if you guys can see me in a laggy version and if you can hear me. What really matters is if you can hear my audio clearly. So I'll give you a second just to go through that. Let's just see here. Get some questions. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ginny, Jonah, Duke, Clotaire, Jen, Daniela. Hi, everyone. Just let me know if you guys can hear and see me. And then we are going to bring in our special guest. Again, guys, last live stream of the year. Hopefully you have a great summer. If you ever need anything, you can always email me or contact me through Google Classroom. I'll periodically check it through the summer. If you just want someone to chat to, or you want to talk about music, whatever you want, I'm here to help you out. Yep, everyone says loud and clear. That's great. Hey, Nathan. Hello, Jenica. A special shout out to Jenica. I think Jenica's made every single live stream, so we thank you. If I could give you a present over the internet, I would, Jenica. So thanks a lot. Hi, Asher. All right. So special guest. Let's bring him in. Just a second. Let's see here. What do I need? Split screen. And we have Mr. Matt Levine. Hey, Matt. How's it going?
Hey, great to be here.
All right, cool. So, guys, let me give you a little thing about Matt. Matt's an amazing percussionist. And does anyone know what a percussionist is? You can type it in the chat, and you can see if you can define the word percussionist. I'll even write it in the chat here. What is a percussionist? If anyone has an answer, type it in the chat. That would be really great. If you're looking at his image, you'll probably see that he has this really cool instrument where his hands are, and Matt will talk about that. So, quick story time. Matt and I met in first grade, and I think was it Mrs. McCann's class, Matt?
That's right. She was our first grade teacher.
Yeah, Mrs. McCann, first grade teacher. If she could see us now, how special. And what happened was, like you guys know, I used to live in Singapore, and I taught all the way over there in Asia. Now, Matt was a member of the United States Air Force, and he was part of a band called the United States Air Force Band of the Pacific. Is that correct, Matt?
That's right.
I got it. I know it's a big title, but I had to say it so many times. And what happened was when I was in Singapore teaching there, Matt sent me a message. It's like, hey, I noticed you're in Singapore. Our rock band, our military Air Force rock band is going to be in Singapore. Would you like us to play for your students? So we got about 600 students in the auditorium. It was a gigantic auditorium. Matt and his rock band came, and they played some amazing rock songs. And it's just a really full circle moment because we met in elementary school. We played music throughout high school and all that kind of stuff. And we ended up meeting each other on the other side of the world, which is pretty cool. All right, let's get right into it. Let's just see if anyone's responded. Let's just see here. I played cello. Why is there so much lag? I'm not sure, Asher. I'm going to figure out the lag thing. But if you can hear me, that's really all that matters. Hello, Helena. Okay, cool. So, Matt, I'm going to put it over to you. If you just want to say hi to the guys or say anything else that I've missed, that would be cool. And if not, you can take it away. All right, there you go, Matt. Thanks.
Hey, everyone. Great to be here. Really excited to play some music for you. This is a marimba that I'm about to play. It's one of hundreds and really thousands of percussion instruments. And I play as many percussion instruments as possible, but this is probably my favorite of all of them. If you've played a glockenspiel or bells, you kind of know what a marimba's like. It's set up like a piano keyboard, but this instrument has a huge range. It's made of wood, and it's really resonant. So unlike a xylophone that sounds kind of like skeleton bones and really short, this could get a nice low resonant sound. And it can be played with two mallets. So some of you who have seen glockenspiels, you know what it's like, kind of like holding drumsticks. But we also play with four, which
Whoa.
I'm going to start out playing for you a piece that has all four mallets, so I could play full chords. Or also some really fast things between all four mallets. and I'll show you as time goes on. I'll bring the camera around and show you the instrument, and feel free to ask more questions. But first, I wanted to play something. Lately, since we've been inside from trying to quarantine during COVID-19, I took up some video games again. It's been so many years, and I'm so behind. I'm really bad at these new ones, but I was reminded of one of the first video games I ever played. Hopefully, you'll be able to figure it out from this quick song from the first game I ever played.
Perfect. Oh, that was awesome, Matt. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. So I have the split screen on now so that me and you are chatting to each other, to the kids. But wow, that was really great. Great job.
Awesome, thanks. So yeah, hopefully you all figure that out. That's one of the many famous themes from Super Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah.
The first game I ever played on regular Nintendo.
I think we
And
had
actually,
about
I've never
20.
played that before. I learned that just for all of you. So you heard the premiere marimba
Oh my
performance of
goodness. Thanks.
Mario
Yeah,
Brothers.
that's amazing. So if you guys didn't really get that, I'm sure you did, but Matt has never played that before, so he practiced it just for us, and he knew that you would knew all those that melody. And actually, I mean, everyone got it. Everyone said Mario, and a couple of people said so awesome. So people like it. And then actually one girl said my brother is the opposite. Wait, my brother is opposite with Mario. Is his name Luigi? Anyway, all right, that was cool. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's go to maybe another tune there, Matt.
Yeah, sure. So the marimba, just a little history. It's a very old instrument, but it's new to Western music. So it was really popular. It really started in Africa. It was brought over in trades that brought it really to South America and the Caribbean. And it's really just recently that it ended up in a popular instrument for us to learn in school and to play in orchestras in America. So a lot of times we play old music, and that means playing music that's not for our instrument because composers didn't write for it. So since you're string players, you might actually enjoy that. I'm actually playing a violin piece. So there's a composer, Johann Sebastian Bach, one of the most famous older composers that wrote string music, among other things. And this is actually a violin partita. It's in B minor. And if you've ever heard of a minor or major, usually major is happy. But then we also have minor, which usually sounds a little sadder to people. So this,
Spooky.
yeah, a little spooky, a little sad, melancholy. So
Oh
this
yeah.
is in B minor. It's written for violin, and I'm gonna steal some string music and play it on the marimba. Here it is.
Wow, Matt, that's amazing. Well done. Beautiful, beautiful. Got some great comments. One person said, "Wow, Matt is very good. Thank him for streaming." So of course we thank you. Another very good comment from the same person said, "Effortless for him," and I thought that was a very, very smart comment. The xylophone, marimba has this, I don't know, has this magical. It just seems like a I don't know. I just think of magic when I hear the marimba. It's just this beautiful, beautiful sound. Actually, back in high school, I always wanted to learn the marimba. I probably just watched you all the time, Matt. So, yeah, it's got this beautiful, beautiful sound. And one person asked, most people said it sounds like Halloween music, which I guess that's the nature of being in B minor. And what piece again was that called? I want to type it to my friend, to our students.
Bach violin partita number 1 in B minor.
Oh, right, the first one. Okay.
And all of these violin partitas are suites, meaning they're multiple movements. So this is the very last movement of it.
Right. Okay.
Called the beret.
Ah, the beret. Does it have one? That was 2 berets in there?
It was one, of a 2-part form. So there's one part that repeats, and then there's a longer second part.
Cool. Some people say, how does he do that? That's a good question. I don't know. How would you answer that one, Matt? How do you do it?
Yeah, the big thing, the big breakthrough I had with practicing is I practice super, super slow. And sometimes you might find you have hard music and there are lots of notes, and you try it and it doesn't go well. And you go back to the beginning and you try it again at the same speed, it doesn't go well. So what I do is I just make it super, super slow so that it's easy. And once something's easy, I repeat it till I'm really, really comfortable. Sometimes I practice hands separate, so just my right hand.
Ah, right. That's great to show. Very nice.
Yeah, just my left hand then. And I'll do it probably 5 times in a row until I really feel comfortable with it. Then I make it a little faster. And that just helped me so much, so that someone said it looks effortless. Well, when I practice really slow, it starts out effortless from the beginning. So my goal is that when I practice, it always feels effortless. And I just gradually move the tempo up until I'm at the right tempo. But I did it so gradually that it didn't feel like it was that hard ever.
Makes perfect sense. That's thanks for those tips, Matt. Guys, if you're out there listening, one of the hardest things is to learn how to practice. You actually have to learn how to practice. You need good practice habits, and not to lecture everyone, but that's what school teaches you, okay? It's not about what math problems you're doing that day. It's about teaching you how to practice, how to learn, how to get better at things, because Matt and myself will tell you, learning never stops. You keep learning new things. I've never learned how to do all this live streaming. I learned it. Right. So Matt didn't know how to play Super Mario Brothers. He learned it in a day. So, you want to become a super learner. That's a really good life skill to have if you become a super learner. I have one small request, Matt. Do you know the first 2 or 3 measures of the prelude for the first cello suite by any chance? You had a couple of cellists asking. I don't know if you would know that.
Let me see if I can figure it out real
Starts
quick.
in G.
I know it's a G major arpeggio.
Yeah. It starts on G major. It's hard for me to just. Yeah. Anyway, that's okay. I just wondered if you had maybe practiced that in the past or something, but no problem. Cool. A good question from Nathan is asking how many keys are on the marimba.
So that's a great question, and there are lots of different types of marimbas. This one is 5 octaves, so it has 60 keys.
Wow.
So it's a little smaller than an 88-key piano in terms of the number of keys, but it's actually wider because some of the bars are really, really big.
Right. Okay, cool. I know this next song is going to be an absolute hit, so why don't you take it away, Matt? Thanks.
Sure. This is it's supposed to portray an animal, so you probably know what it is, but if you don't, try to imagine what kind of animal this could be that's moving around.
Or is it too much of a giveaway if we tell them what it really is? Like starts with the letter I. Or do I use animal or insect?
Oh, sure, yeah, you can tell them that.
It's an insect, okay? Some sort of insect. All right, sorry. That was lightning quick. Well done, Matt. That was absolutely beautiful. My goodness. So I have a lot of people with some great comments. That was amazing. Have you ever? I have my first question. Have you ever tried that with 4 mallets? Do people do
That's
that, or is
actually
it
gonna be my
mostly?
yeah. That's gonna be my next project. So there's no arrangement out there yet
Oh wow.
for accompanying yourself and playing that. But I was actually just thinking this morning. I think I need to do that. So this way I'll have the accompanying chords and being able to play that at the same time.
I love the part that goes. So I actually most people. Okay, so there's some great comments that'll. The hard thing about playing, people have to understand this. Hard thing about playing in front of a camera is you don't have that reaction. You know, as a performer, when we play something, we put our heart into something. You want some sort of applause. So I know it's very difficult, and thank you again, Matt. When you're talking to a camera or playing for a camera, and there's not much of a applause, you're just like, okay, well, that was over. So anyway, let's see. TJ asked, how many songs do you know on that? I mean, it's kind of infinite, TJ. Matt has the ability, it's kind of what I talked about. Matt has the ability to learn basically any music he wants to. It's just going to be how long does it take him to learn that? Right? It could take him a month to learn something. It could take him 30 seconds to learn something. Most people said spider. We had one person say ant. Then we had a shark. And then Talia said Flight of the Bumblebee. So yes, Serena also got that correct. That piece is called Flight of the Bumblebee. So many people are putting spiders, which is kind of funny. All right, cool. That was beautiful, Matt. Really appreciate that. You said you have maybe one more that we could just maybe get a little encore. Well, one more quick
Here's
tune.
Another short, kind of fast one. And this one's actually about water. It's from a piece called Reflections on the Nature of Water. And it's a little modern sounding. So if you hear modern music in the concert world, sometimes it means it's a little challenging. It's a little something different than you're not used to hearing in terms of the harmonies and the melodies. And it doesn't even have a melody in some parts. But I think the way I recommend thinking about it is imagining water. And this movement's called Fleet. And Fleet has lots of definitions, but one of them is fast moving water. So I think about rapids. Maybe you've been to a river where you see some rocks and the water's going down. Maybe it's a waterfall or it's just rapids that you're floating around in a raft. And along those rapids, there are some little rocks. So you hear those rocks kind of stick out of the texture in this piece. So think about that and maybe you'll enjoy this. I'm curious what you think of it because like I said, it's a little challenging to listen to at first. It's a lot different than the music you might have played in class. But here is Fleet from Reflections on the Nature of Water.
Awesome.
So that's
Beautiful.
that one. I know it's something
Beautiful.
different. I'm curious though if you could picture the water a little bit. If it reminded them of another scene of water. I know my wife, when she heard it, said it actually sounds like to her there are drops of rain. So there's light rain and you get little drops in the puddle.
That's what I was thinking. Can you just do the rolls that you do with all 4? That really sounds like those are great. Yeah, that I think of That's exactly water. That's just flowing water and very fast raindrops of some sort. That sounded really cool. I had some people say some funny things. Someone said that makes me thirsty. I don't know. I don't know why it would make them thirsty, but maybe they were talking about Fly the Bumblebee being so fast, or maybe they were just thinking about the water that you spoke about. I'm not so sure. Where does Matt live? I think Matt, you said you live in Virginia. I mean,
That's right, in Yorktown, Virginia.
actually, Matt used to live in Hawaii. When I was living in Singapore, he lived in Hawaii. So pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. And so before the military, I went to college for music education, actually in Virginia, coincidentally, at where I am now. And then I taught a little bit at middle school, and then I went to graduate school in Indiana. But then when I joined the Air Force, my first band was in Colorado. So beautiful mountains, skiing, snowshoeing, hiking, then Hawaii, which was absolutely amazing. If you have any questions about Hawaii, feel free to type them in because I love talking about it. It was just the most amazing place to live in.
Yeah, so
surfing,
beautiful. It's so I've never
paddleboarding.
been, but it's such a pretty place. Whenever I look at pictures, I'm just like, oh, COVID, can we stop so I can go to Hawaii?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And of course, you're in Virginia. I'm still near the water. It feels like summertime now, so I'll have to get back out on the paddleboard and start surfing eventually.
Ooh, I love paddleboarding. You know, I just got a funny question from Logan Shaw. He asked, Mr. K, can you Fly the Bumblebee on the viola? I cannot play it on the viola. If I would struggle to play it on my principal instrument, which is cello, as you guys know, I would have a lot of trouble on cello. It's for some reason, well, not for some reason, but I'm not going to say it's harder, but it's just very different when you have your left hand moving at an insane, very fast pace, and the right hand, I don't know, how would you compare, like, if you saw someone play Fly the Bumblebee on the cello versus on the marimba? Not any instrument is harder, but why do you think it's different, Matt?
Yeah, certain pieces they lay better on certain instruments. So
That's
what I'll actually do right now, I'm going to grab the laptop and show you the marimba so that
cool.
you get a good view of it. But the nice thing is what you'll see in a second is the way these are considered chromatic scales. It's like if you played every single note on the marimba, you go from the naturals, like on a piano, the white keys and the black keys. If you play every single one, you get a chromatic scale. And that's what this piece is made of. So on marimba, it's nice because your left hand can stay up on the black keys of the piano, and the right hand can stay on the white keys of the piano for the most part. They change a little bit. So it actually just lays really, really nicely. And just so you can see what I'm talking about, I'm going to grab the laptop. So it'll just take me 5 seconds, and I'll show you a view of this instrument and explain how that works.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. So, someone asked what did you do in the Air Force, and I quickly told Duke that. I think Duke, you came maybe a little later. So yeah, Jen and Duke, he was in the Air Force. Matt was a member of the band. There's orchestras and bands in the military, and he was in more or less a rock band that would play pop songs that you would hear on the radio. I think you guys had 2 singers, you had a guitar player, a bass player. Did you have some horns? Did you guys have horns in the band?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you guys had horns, and then Matt obviously So, guys, Matt plays all the percussion instruments. He can play the drum set. He can play the marimba. I mean, he could hypothetically probably play thousands of instruments just because percussion is this skill that you learn. Not that you're learning one instrument. Like, you guys are learning one instrument. You're learning the violin, the viola, the cello, the bass, whatever instrument. Matt learns the art of percussion. And once you learn that concept, you can really take it to anything. I mean, you can do body percussion, right? You could do boom, snap, clap. You know, you can do all these funny little games, and that's all percussion. You know, believe it or not, that's music. Anyway, take it away, Matt. Sorry.
Okay, sure. So I'll show you so you can see the instrument, just like a close-up of what the wooden bars look like. And then I'll just show you sort of how the Flight of the Bumblebee lays out on these keys really nicely.
Cool. Ooh, fancy.
So you can see really nice wooden bars. So these are those black keys of the piano I was talking about. They're up a little higher than the other ones.
Yes, right.
And the way Flight of the Bumblebee works out, for parts of it, my left hand could just stay up here and my right hand down here. I'll see if I can get a good view of that.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. Thanks for your effort there. Oh, yeah, nice move.
Yeah, so right hand down here, left hand over here.
Woo!
So you can see my left hand has to travel a little bit, but it's actually not that hard on this instrument compared to some other instrument, which is really nice.
That's awesome, Matt. Thanks a lot. All right, I think we've taken enough of your Friday morning. We really appreciate it, Matt. Guys in the chat, please say a big thank you to Matt, and I'll make sure I show him the video so he can watch parts of it to see how awesome he sounded and how the whole production went. Like I said, Matt, I've had some weird things happen on my stream, so you'll see me kind of lagging, but the music came out beautiful. Everyone said amazing comments. I think this is probably our favorite live stream, even though we didn't play a string instrument. I think the kids really got a kick out of this instrument. So thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate you. You have played for my students in Asia. You've played for my students here. I owe you my next of kin for sure.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for having me. Hope you all enjoyed it.
All right, Matt. Thanks a lot, and we'll chat soon, okay?
Sounds great.
Bye, Matt. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Awesome, guys. So that's it. That's it for our last live stream of the year. You guys have done an amazing job. Those of you that have come into the live stream, tried to play your instruments through this whole distance learning, I really appreciate you. I thank you for coming to the live streams. It kind of makes my day when we have a lot of people in here watching. And I've been really happy to bring in all these artists for you to see, and not only just the violin, the viola, and the cello, and the bass, but it's important to see other instruments, and to see how cool these instruments are and the different styles of music. So that's really what it's all about during this time. Don't forget, I am making those videos. I know they've come very long. If there's any parents out there thinking, oh God, where's that video? It's coming, I promise. I have been really busy editing the videos. I will get them done this weekend. I will have them out Monday, Tuesday before school ends. So you'll get to see, if you were a third grader and you participated in the recording project, you will see a hot cross buns video and your D major scale video. And of course, our fourth and fifth graders. I am almost done putting together The Legend of Dark Mountain. So that is coming for next week. But I have just ended up having to become the video guy. I've been making a lot of extra videos for our music department, the graduation video for Chatsworth. So I promise it will all be there by the end of school. And guys, I thank you. And if any parents are out there listening, of course, we could not do this without the parents. So thank you, parents that are listening. You've been an integral part of this success and to keep Orchestra going during this very uncertain time. So again, guys, this is going to be our last live stream. I really miss you. I can't wait to see you guys in the fall. You'll probably be gigantic. You'll probably have grown over the summer. Us old people, we just end up shrinking. And we'll let you know what's going to happen in the fall. But guys, don't lose touch over the summer. If you have any questions about your instruments or music, you know my email. You can even chat to me on the Google Classroom. I'll even try to pop in there and answer some questions. Okay, guys? So thanks again. If anyone has any questions, I'll stick around in the stream just for a little bit. I'm just reading the comments now. All the thank yous. Yep. Everyone loved it. People staying in Orchestra, great. Are you coming to the school still? Yep. I'll be there next year as long as we still have music going. No problem for teaching you guys. You know, I absolutely love teaching you. I just wish we could be in person. All right, guys. So with that said, I'll see you next time. Bye.